you ask the UFC this one question,
what fighters are on your top 5 all-time UFC list?
this is what you'll hear.
John Jones, Anderson Silva, Ronda Rousey, Conor McGregor, GSP.
But there's one name that must never be said.
Whenever anybody asks me who's the best fighter in the world, you're the guy.
I appreciate it, man.
Who the f is that guy?
Demetrious Johnson is his name.
Do not speak his name.
Mighty Mouse.
Demetrious Johnson's
Mighty Mouse.
He just has very few holes.
Kicks like a Thai dude. Shoots a double leg like a good wrestling dude.
probably right now the best ever.
The best ever, yeah, I agree. He has 13 consecutive title defenses. Why didn't you not mention him at all?
So why is the UFC trying to erase Demetrious? UFC 197, Henry Cejudo needs to win in order to save the flyweight division from its biggest threat, Demetrious Johnson.
You've never fought this guy, right, Henry?
Cejudo.
What's the game plan here, man?
Just like anything else, go in there and fight.
People want to see fight that they're not quite sure what's going to happen, but we all know Demetrious is going to walk through them.
That's how the game plan's been for the last 7 of them.
You know, you feel that when it's a DJ fight. At the end of the night, we know he's going to get his hand raised.
Do you think UFC would be happy if you beat Demetrious?
Yeah.
We've been talking about shutting down the flyweight division for about 3 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The fights aren't competitive. The media and the public accuse DJ of being boring.
I think his dominance has shied people away.
And if we got to that point, it's because of one man.
The reigning, defending, 155-pound champion of the UFC, the notorious Conor McGregor!
Does this mic work? Well, that
While DJ is the champ, Conor McGregor takes the UFC by storm.
I love New York. I own Rio de Janeiro.
They want you to give us a quick count to 10, both of you, gentlemen.
They can only count to 5.
When you see a guy like that that's getting so much attention talking shit, does it make you want to start talking shit?
No, man. You know, that's his game.
When I talk about the Conor McGregor thing, there's the complete opposite of Conor McGregor.
Because you're looking for drama. That's what you're looking for, right?
The public doesn't expect strictly martial arts anymore. The entertainment and the drama take the front seat.
There's a lot of things that maybe he could do in between fights to help promote himself.
Like, I got a wife and kid to worry about. And I'd rather help around the house and have stuff done and dishes.
DJ's by far the most active champion in the UFC.
It doesn't matter how good you are. How many headlines can you generate?
The media claims he's the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world.
Right.
I think Conor McGregor is the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world.
People just don't know what the
It's not always about our performances. It's about how many people you can put in the seats.
So what's wrong with DJ?
So, one, he's small.
Historically, the bigger guys have always attracted the crowds more than the smaller ones.
It could be my personality. I've never, belittled my opponents. I've always showed respect.
DJ is even branded as a nerd because he likes to play video games.
What's wrong with being a nerd? Like, I'd rather be at home playing a game, clock out, going out to a bar, drinking beer, driving home, getting a DUI, crashing, and coming home and beating my wife. I think I'd rather be the nerd that's actually playing video games.
And you can think, well, DJ can make an effort to be controversial and dramatic once in a while. But when it comes to him, it goes much deeper than that.
You've never had a relationship with your father?
Yep.
Has he ever reached out to you?
Nope. Never seen a picture, never seen nothing.
He's raised by a single mom who struggles to find stability.
Married multiple times to a different military man, so there's not that stable life. I had an abusive stepfather who was, military based. He would come out there and put us in the corner, put our hands up, military style, and we would just stay there for hours and hours, getting whipped.
And DJ grows up completely unaware that his mother is deaf.
It takes a real skill to focus on just reading lips and not letting anybody else around her knowing that she was deaf.
DJ copes with everything that's going on by playing video games and watching Pride FC on TV, a Japanese mixed martial arts promotion.
I did my own thing, but my friends were doing drugs, oxycodone, weed, and all that stuff, and partying. I was still the guy doing school, working, dating my future wife at the time, and training mixed martial arts by myself.
We were hustlers. That's what we were doing. We were grinding 3 jobs.
I remember when we were pregnant with our first son, he goes, I'm nervous because I don't know what a father does.
Being a good father who's present, leading by example, providing financial stability to his family, Those are all things that DJ grew up without.
Me and my wife were trying to break the cycle of, divorce, be there for our kids our whole life. I don't want my children to suffer the same thing.
He doesn't want to go back working 3-4 jobs, not be able to put food on the table.
At the end of the day, it's about being able to take care of your family, pay your bills.
Those are things that I think some people take for granted, and for us, it's very, very serious.
So here we are, the fight against Henry Cejudo. Despite all the adversity that DJ's been through to become the champion, the public wants DJ to lose because he's not entertaining. Let that thought sink in for a second. This is what our culture values.
That's it! That's it! That's the best pound-for-pound fighter ever.
And the tension between the UFC and DJ starts ramping up even more.
I'm not thrilled with Demetrious Johnson. He has the lowest selling pay-per-view in the history of the UFC.
In a desperate attempt to save the flyweight division, the UFC tries to force DJ to accept a fight against TJ Dillashaw.
Maybe the best UFC bantamweight of all time.
Did they threaten to just abolish the division if you didn't take this fight?
Yeah. There was never a threat to him, oh, we're gonna get rid of the division. That was complete bull.
But Dillashaw fights at 135 pounds. DJ is at 125.
You flat out deny the fight.
And I don't understand it. I would like to know why.
Demetrious is worried that the UFC will pressure him into fighting TJ even if TJ doesn't make the weight.
Is Demetrious Johnson ducking you? I do believe so.
Dillashaw calling me every day. Do I got the fight? Do I got the fight?
He's got that target on his back, like you said, and I'm chasing him down.
And while DJ continues to dominate the division, Cejudo becomes obsessed with beating him.
I still believe I could beat him. I understand Demetrious Johnson more.
And this time, the UFC gets the outcome they always wanted.
Henry Cejudo, you just shocked the world.
In a controversial split decision, DJ loses the belt. Cejudo goes on to become the king of cringe, a character he creates to avoid DJ's fate. Now, Cejudo's story deserves to be told in a separate documentary, which I'll do in the future. So make sure you subscribe if you want to watch it.
I don't think there's nothing left for me to prove here in North America. I've done it all.
So why not take the opportunity to get out of my contract? I'm like, I'm gonna go travel the world and compete somewhere else.
He demands to be released from his contract with the UFC.
To be considered the best to ever do it, or you gotta compete all around the world.
News broke. Ben Askren to be traded to the UFC in exchange for Demetrious Johnson.
They take Mighty Mouse, and we get Ben Askren.
Sounds like we're going to Singapore. Singapore is a sovereign island country in Southeast Asia.
So tiny you can drive across the island in just an hour.
Because of its advantageous location in the middle of a trade route between Europe and Asia, it's always been an international trading hub with a really strong economy.
We're one of the highest average incomes in the world, ahead of countries like Germany, France, and Japan.
Singapore also hosts the biggest fighting promotion in Asia, One Championship.
They are literally the equivalent to the UFC in Asia. They're a huge organization overseas. They have real high-level fighters.
The company was founded in 2011 and is different from the UFC in many ways. We're talking about different rule set, a different approach to weight cutting, and also different divisions with a mix of MMA, Muay Thai, and kickboxing belts.
So then you have a whole new area and territory. I don't know, I feel like there's so many endless opportunities over there.
And little does DJ know, there's a bunch of killers waiting for him.
Wins and losses happen in mixed martial arts. But at the end of the day, I hope you can be focused on taking care of what matters most, which is your family.
DJ wants to get back to his feet as quick as possible, and One Championship throws another savage at him. Rodtang is a Muay Thai prodigy. He accumulated over 250 wins before he turned 21.
You cannot sit there and trade shots with Rodtang Jiplong.
He's also the champion of the Muay Thai flyweight division. One Championship organizes a special rules super fight between Rodtang and DJ. Rounds 1 and 3 are Muay Thai. Rounds 2 and 4 are MMA. So all DJ has to do is survive the first round.
Here we go! Rodtang immediately comes forward, and DJ's on his bike. Early, he switches up with Rodtang. Front kick from DJ, body shot from Rodtang. Big left hook from Rodtang. He's circling into the power side of Rodtang. Now goes the opposite way. Oh, beautiful right hand! Smack back! Second round, now we're in the mixed martial arts rules. Now it's deep in the second round. And there's the first takedown attempt from DJ. Oh, we go to the ground. He's got the back of Rodtang.
After he beats Rodtang, One Championship sets up the rematch against Adriano Moraes. And as DJ is getting ready to face Moraes, guess who decides to help him?
Are you the best fighter in the world?
I'm working on it.
Not quite there yet?
Not quite there yet. I still got a lot of stuff to do.